Good morning, my spiritual warriors. I know it's been a while since I've posted any little clips concerning the runic guidance and advice for the week or day ahead. I've had a very interesting 6 months. It's been one hell of a journey, but essentially I'm back. Before I start, I'd also like to apologise for my light sensitive glasses. The brighter it gets, the darker my lenses get. So I promise my eyes are underneath here, but to be able to see properly and clearly, I need to keep my glasses on. Um, what else do I need to tell you before I start this week's guidance? I'm starting to sort of like line up the festivals and fairs that I'll be appearing at in the course of this year. You can find this information on my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and most importantly, my website. So let's get into what is required of us this week by the Creator Spirit. Essentially, in the course of this week, we're coming from, as we move in from the past into the present, we're coming from a place where we've found ourselves limited and constrained, and the Creator Spirit has been acting in our lives as the bringer of pain and limitation. The reason for this is that essentially we need to learn, and the main things that we need to learn is to control our anger and to constrain our impulses. Essentially, sort of like a lot of the situations that have been causing us anger and frustration are not actually due to us, but due to the external influences in our life, which are pushing and pulling us in different directions and just really churning up a lot of emotions. What we also need to understand is that when we undertake our cleansing, we need to start with what is most difficult for us and then work through to that which is easy. Essentially, we're being asked to go through the dark side of our journey. So it's a bit about doing the shadow work, working with the shadow side of ourselves so that we can cleanse and purge those influences that we don't really like about ourselves. The challenge for this week reinforces that concept insofar as that we have deadwood to clear. Deadwood can come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. It could be internal, external. What we need to understand is that the external is a reflection of the war that's going on within ourselves. So again, this whole concept of cleansing is really quite important. The other thing that we need to do is we need to keep our faith firm. We need to know that what am I looking for? We need to know that the more intense we feel the pressure upon us, this is given to us as a signal that we're actually on the right track. The darkness of the world and the darkness which is contained within us will pressurize us when we're on the right track. So don't lose faith, don't lose hope, just keep going quietly, be measured, restrain and contain yourself. And as I say, sort of like the main message for this week is to work with the shadow side of self to cleanse. Ultimately, we also need to develop our patience. Rome wasn't built in a day. We certainly weren't built in a day. We're still evolving creatures. Every day's a school day. Every day's a day to learn something new, either about the world, about ourselves, how we interact with the world, our relationships. So understand that in the life of our soul, we're always at the beginning, and there's always something new to learn about ourselves. But the key thing again for this week is to clear out the deadwood and ultimately develop our patience. We need to cultivate ourselves and our situations with care. Um, it's not always easy to be patient, especially when we're feeling pressurized, but patience is what will bring us the beneficial outcomes that we're looking for, both inwardly and outwardly. So have a great week, guys. I will do my best to be back here tomorrow with specific guidance for tomorrow. But as for this week, it's all about cleansing, healing, purging, learning control, and learning to be patient. God bless you all, and see you again soon. Bye.